Well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for being here on this windy, warm day. I am Timothy Murphy, Senior Pastor at Plymouth Congregational Church. We have called this press conference today because there is an active crisis in Gaza. There is insufficient food and humanitarian aid entering there. This has gone on since mid-March, when the last ceasefire collapsed. As part of the renewed military campaign against Hamas, the only food assistance allowed in has been through a private military contractor. This has resulted in the sidelining of independent aid agencies, effectively militarizing access to the necessities of life through the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. We see on the news their failure daily, with scores killed and hundreds injured, even as the levels of aid have been paltry. According to the Washington Post this morning, even their own logistical backers and consultants have now withdrawn support. The people of Gaza have a right to live. They have a right to not starve. We cannot sit idly by. We have to stop this ongoing starvation and imminent famine in Gaza. So I'm here to announce my entry into a water-only hunger strike that began on Sunday, June 1st. That makes this day 3 of my hunger strike. There is no end date to it, and it has only one demand: that food and humanitarian aid be immediately restored to the people of Gaza, led by independent and neutral parties. We need to see on the order of 500 trucks a day entering Gaza with supplies, which are being held back by the Netanyahu administration. During the previous ceasefire that lasted from January through March, daily aid trucks amounted to over 600 per day, helping to forestall starvation and famine among Gazan civilians. We are asking people to contact the White House and the President and urge him to pressure the Israeli government to allow the resumption of aid immediately into Gaza. The best way to do so is through their website, whitehouse.gov. Likewise, we are asking people to contact their U.S. senators. For us, that would be Todd Young and Jim Banks, and urge them to push for the return of aid through such groups as the United Nations or the World Food Program. The phone number for the Congressional Switchboard is 202-224-3121. Add it to your phone. We've got handouts of that number to give to people today. I'm calling every day and would like people to do as well. It takes less than 5 minutes. While we can dispute the necessity and ethics of Israel's ongoing military campaign in Gaza, all people of faith and goodwill should demand that Gazan civilians not be punished through mass starvation. Collective punishment of this magnitude cannot be justified and must end immediately. At this time, I would invite up the Reverend Sara Ofner-Seals to say a few words as well. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Sara Ofner-Seals, and I am the Associate Pastor at Plymouth Congregational Church. And I want to thank my colleague Timothy for articulating so well the desperate needs of the people of Gaza. Personally, I have been fasting for Gaza now for 13 days as part of a nationwide campaign organized by Veterans for Peace. There are over 600 people across the country that are currently participating in this fast. And we are committed to eating only 250 calories a day, which is approximately what people in Gaza are able to eat, for 40 days or until our demands are met. Like Reverend Murphy said, we are doing this to raise awareness about the catastrophic conditions in Gaza and to put pressure on our government officials to use whatever leverage that the United States may have to force Israel to allow more humanitarian aid into Gaza. I also want to add to what Reverend Murphy said, that it's not just food that is needed. It's also medicine and medical supplies. Doctors and nurses in Gaza have almost no supplies, including no anesthesia. This is particularly egregious considering that the bombing continues and has not stopped. Since Israel broke the ceasefire in March, nearly 4,000 Palestinians have been killed in airstrikes, including hundreds of children. Those who survive these airstrikes often have horrific injuries, which doctors are not able to treat appropriately. They have had to do surgeries, including amputations with no anesthesia and no painkillers. They have had to perform amputations on children with no anesthesia. What kind of world are we living in that we are allowing this to continue? I echo my colleagues' request for everyone to do everything they can to pressure our government to take action. The United States has leverage available. Our political leaders need to be willing to use it. Please email the White House. Please contact your senators and representatives and let them know this is not acceptable. Thank you again to everyone who came out this afternoon. You can follow our progress on the Plymouth Church Facebook page, where we will post periodic updates. This concludes our press conference. Reverend Murphy and I will be available for comments and questions following the press conference. Thank you.